So rather than post a photo or some photos of the bench progress of this Hayward style bench, I thought I'd just do a video showing progress. So I'm about halfway. I've got this frame done. This is where the bench is going to sit. There's my tools, there's the window, some natural light, and this is the bench with the progress. So only that front top apron to do. I'm classing that as sort of the top. And I'm at the point now where I haven't done any finish prep on this. My original plan was to paint this, because what I've done is I'd intentionally used some of the jankier bits of wood, like here and here. There's like a bark inclusion, I don't know if that's what you'd call it, and also around here, this bit here. So I'd intentionally used some of the worst wood, thinking that I would paint it, but I was in two minds about that. There's definitely some areas that I'm not completely happy with. There's some tear out here, which it's very, very strange beach. You're playing it in one direction, everything's going great with sharp tools, and then all of a sudden, you hit a bit like this round a knot, or where the grain's not completely straight, and it'll just be major tear out. And there's a bit on here, little tiny bits. I have hit this with a scraper, but it still needs some attention if this is going to be kept as sort of like a plain, finished, not painted frame. So I don't know what to do about that, but we'll see anyway. The knockdown elements, I use these dowel pins here. Use the jig that I'd posted information that I'd done before. That seemed to work quite well. They went in right. Apart from actually drilling the dowel pin itself at a 90-degree angle, obviously in this direction, was unassisted by any kind of jig, and I didn't think on one of them I'd got them exactly right, and it actually resulted in one of the bolts stripping the threads on one of the bolts, which was highly annoying. But anyway, I sorted that out. And also another thing about these knockdown joints, there's really nowhere to hide with them. It's not like a normal joint where you can, fill if you've got any sort of gap and clamp it down and get it really nice and flush. You're really just down to whether you've cut this completely at 90 degrees and relying on the pressure of the bolt meeting flush here. And as you can see here, there's a little slight gap on that side where it's not completely flush, but what can you do? But overall, there are some elements of it I'm reasonably happy with. Some of the glue seams on this bit, which was laminated on this chunky front stretcher, seem to come out okay. I might trim these 3 tenons down a little bit, we'll see. The back stretcher wasn't too bad to do. The bare-faced tenons, they were a pain to do, but they sort of come out alright, I think. These, again, on this back stretcher, I've used this knockdown kind of hardware. I used these threaded inserts and drilled through, and they work really well, and this comes off quite quickly. They weren't too expensive either, a reasonable price on them. And yeah, so that's basically calling that halfway. It's now onto the top. This front apron I'll probably do next. I'm classing that as part of the top anyway. I've got some more of this kind of live edge stuff to mill down to do that, and we'll see what happens next.